When adding fractions, if we've got different denominators, we can apply the butterfly method, i.e. the top left multiplied by the bottom right. If we've got two terms, we always place that outside single brackets. Hence, we're going to have 1 multiplied by in single brackets x minus 1. Multiplying the opposite diagonal, here I'm going to have plus 3, always remember to take the sign. Multiplied by in single brackets, you've got two terms, 2x minus 1. And on the bottom, as we have two terms, multiplied by two terms, I'm going to have what we call double brackets. Hence, I'm going to have 2x minus 1 in brackets, multiplied by, in single brackets, x minus 1. And on the right-hand side of my equation, it's still all equal to 1. Expanding my two single brackets on the top, I know whatever's directly outside, I multiply by each term directly inside. Hence, 1 times x will simply give us just x, and 1 times negative 1 will give us negative 1. Expand the second single bracket on the top. The term directly outside, I multiply by each term directly inside my single bracket. Well, 3 times 2x will give us plus 6x, and 3 times negative 1 will give us negative 3. On the bottom, I've got 2 terms times 2 terms, i.e. double brackets. 2x multiplied by x will give us 2x squared. I know that 2x multiplied by negative 1 will give us negative 2x. I know negative 1 multiplied by x will give us negative x. And negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, and negative times negative gives a positive, so plus 1. And the right hand side of my equation, it's still all equal to 1. Collecting like terms on the top, here I have single x, add 6x. They're like terms, they both end in single x. If there's no number in front of a term and a number is 1, so 1x add 6x simplifies to give us 7x. Collecting my number terms on the top, here I have negative 1, subtract 3. Well, negative 1 take away 3 will simplify to give us negative 4. On the bottom of my fraction, I have 2x squared and no other term ending in x squared, so I'm simply going to write that down. I've got negative 2x, subtract another x. They're like terms as they both end in single x. Well, negative 2x take away another single x will simplify to give us negative 3x. And I've still got a plus 1, and my equation is still all equal to 1. We never like dividing in mathematics. The opposite divide is to multiply. Hence, everything on the bottom left will get multiplied up on the top right. Hence, on the left-hand side, I'm just left the numerator, in this case 7x minus 4. On the right-hand side, as I'm just multiplying by 1, I'm just going to end up with 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 on the right-hand side of my equation. I can now see I'm getting a quadratic in terms of x. As I always want my x squared term to be positive, and I've got positive 2x squared on the right, I'm going to bring all my terms to the right by doing the opposite. The opposite adds 7x, therefore is to subtract 7x from both sides of my equation. Likewise, the opposite of minus 4, therefore is to add 4 to both sides of my equation. On the left-hand side, 7x take away 7x will cancel, and negative 4 add 4 will cancel, to leave us with 0. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to have 2x squared. Negative 3x take away another 7x will simplify to give us negative 10x. And 1 add 4 gives us 5. Having the 0 on the left-hand side is the same as putting the 0 on the right-hand side. As I'm solving a quadratic, I know my solutions are the form p plus or minus root q over 2, where p and q are integers. Therefore, I know I must apply the quadratic formula or complete the square. Reading off my values for a, b, and c, I know a is the number in front of the x squared term. In this case, a is positive 2. My value of b is my number in front of my single letter of x. In this case, b equals negative 10. We must take the sign. And my value for c is my number term. In this case, c is equal to positive 5. Substituting into the quadratic formula, as the quadratic formula always starts negative b, and my b is a row negative, I know that a negative negative makes a positive, hence I'm going to have positive 10 on the outside. Leave the plus and minus alone. Inside the root, I have b squared. Well, as b is negative 10, I always place the number for b in brackets and the power outside. Minus 4ac in algebra means minus 4 multiplied by a multiplied by c. Hence, I'm going to have minus 4 multiplied by a, which in this case is 2, multiplied by c, which in this case is positive 5. And that's all divided by 2a. And 2a in algebra means 2 multiplied by a. In this case, 2 multiplied by a. In this case, our value for a is 2. Simplifying inside the root, I know that negative 10 squared means negative 10 multiplied by itself, and negative 10 times negative 10 will give us positive 100. I know negative 4 times 2 is negative 8, and negative 8 times 5 gives us negative 40, and 100 take away 40 will give us 60, and on the bottom 2 times 2 gives us 4. Simplifying my root, I want to find the largest square number, that's a factor of the number inside the root. In this case, the largest square number, that's a factor of 60 is 4. Hence, I can rewrite root 60 as being root 4 times 15, and it's still all over 4. Leaving the 10 outside, I know the square of 4 is 2. As I can square root it, it comes outside the root. So square root of 4 is 2. since I've got 2 lots and it's still all over 4. As all 3 terms are divisible by 2, I can simplify my answer by dividing each term by 2. Well, 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Leave the plus and minus alone. I know that 2 root 15 divided by 2, the 2's will cancel to leave us just with root 15. And the bottom 4 divided by 2 gives us 2.